Hey Pisces, what's up? Welcome to my channel. My name is Katie and today I'm going to be doing, believe it or not, the Pisces Marathon. Oh my gosh. I feel like it's been ages since I do one. I've been really busy. I've been doing all sorts of things and now I'm able to, at least for this weekend, focus solely on you guys and the different spells that, I'm working on behind the scenes. So very, very excited to be with you today. I hope you're all doing great. I hope that you have a beautiful day or night wherever you are when you watch this video. Spirit, what are the most relevant and important messages for Pisces? Please bring in the most relevant, accurate, and important confirmations, advice, and messages for Pisces Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. All right, let's see. Ooh, first card showing up, love it. We got the Strength card, and my printer decided to just like start working out of nowhere, which is slightly creepy. Just gonna say that. Some of you may have a Leo loved one who has passed on, who has, exited this world, so to speak, and they may be coming in to say hi. You may start, seeing manifestations of their presence in your home. That resonates with you if it does. If it does not, then it does not. This Leo energy, very, very powerful here, showing up in the middle of your reading, lets me know that right now you're taming the beast. You're taming your inner beast, pretty much. Your strength, your power, and your confidence in spirit gives you this purity, that white dress, right? Gives you this purity that is so serene, yet so powerful, that you can tame even the darkest of energies. Your inner desires and temptations that are not good for you. Or any kind of challenges that you may need the strength to overcome. They're telling you here you have that strength. And that strength comes from spirit. You don't need to rely on your own strength, your physical strength, your mental strength. You can just give the burdens to spirit, and spirit will help you through them, pretty much. Carry you through them. In the challenge, we got here the Ace of Wands. Some of you could be wanting to manifest children with a Leo or with any other sign. You may be having challenges as far as pregnancy goes and getting the opportunity for that journey. Some of you may have had a pregnancy and loss, and you may be having a challenging and difficult time spiritually with your connection to God and spirit in general. But because of this, you may have like a crisis of faith. Obviously, this is not a message that will apply to all of you. This is a message that will be very, very specific. So if it's not for you, you don't need to click off the video. This is just something that is coming in for that specific Pisces or group of Pisces. They're saying here, don't be afraid to allow your passion to kind of like ignite that inner fire from within. In the recent past, we have here the Four of Wands. So some of you may have recently started either the pursuit of a more stable life situation, or maybe you recently got married. Some of you may have recently gone to some kind of celebration, perhaps a wedding or any other form of celebration of love. Some of you in the recent past, it's almost as if you have achieved a certain level of success in societal standards, and now you may be feeling like you need to achieve a certain level of success that it's kind of like only with yourself. Like the only one judging, the only one watching pretty much is you. And it's like, maybe you're stepping away from what society believes is success. And you're moving into focusing solely on what you believe is success and what you yourself want to accomplish and prove to yourself, not to anybody else. In your mind space, the Temperance card is showing up. So definitely that pursuit of balance is key here and important. In yesterday's or the day before, the latest reading I did, we talked a lot about balance. So if that's something that you're being focused on, check that out. It's going to be very helpful, I bet. Some of you are focusing on less than traditional forms of strength. Forms of strength that are not the obvious. Endurance, perseverance, physical strength, right? You're instead focusing on the strength types that are more subtle, yet more powerful. Patience is a form of strength, right? Balance is a form of strength that ultimately has an impact long term. And some of you are just kind of like in that pursuit, like, I want to let all of this passion consume me, and I want to go all in and do whatever it is I feel called to do. But at the same time, I also want to be nourished and taken care of on every level. From, like, I don't even know if this is making sense, but that's what I'm receiving. It's like you want to make sure that you're as passionately taking care of yourself as you are taking care of your physical realm or your success or whatever. King of Wands in the near future. Love this because we're precisely, having all of this super fiery energy. I hadn't even noticed this. These are all associated with fire. Wow. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Wow, wow, wow. There is a ignition of a flame inside of you. It has happened recently. For some of you, this is in regards to a relationship. Some of you have kind of like tapped into the passion of connection and maybe sexuality, maybe kind of like passion for living life with a person, creating with another person. Others of you have been receiving this like ignition in personal projects or career. And they're telling you here, you already have, in a way, mastered that balance. All you need to do is just keep being aware of how important balance is, and then that assures that you'll have it. That's what I'm getting. In the future, an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius here could be showing up, and it seems like they're kind of angry. It seems like they're kind of resentful towards how strong you are. Someone here is kind of pissed that, Pisces, some of you are showing up so strongly. And you're like, I don't need anybody. I don't need anything. I don't need you, fire sign. I got myself. And it almost makes them angry that you're right. You know what I mean? Like, they see you as being arrogant because you're so certain that you don't need them. And this may be triggering. I get that someone here from the past maybe provided something for you. Maybe at work it was a service or a product. Maybe in relationships it was a certain support or a certain way of bringing something magical to your life. in the past, someone brought something in here that they thought you could never get anywhere else, that they thought they were so valuable for providing to you. Maybe you even expressed this to them. Like, oh my God, without you, I wouldn't have been able to blah, blah, blah. But now they see you moving on, and they see you growing strong, and they see that you don't need them. And this may be so frustrating to them. Some of them, you know that there's always people who would rather just blame and excuse certain things in order to not take responsibility for themselves. So what they're saying here, or what they're thinking here in the future is, oh, Pisces just cheats. They just work their magic. They just do a spell here and there, and everything comes to them easy. But they're gonna get their karma. That's not how the universe works. Yada, 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 yada. Okay? Someone here could be saying that. In the future, though, I see you empowered. I see you manifesting like a motherfucker. Like, there's so much power behind your manifestations. Because you know how to move energy consciously, wholeheartedly, purely, in order to get the results that you want. And spirit doesn't work against you. You're not forcing spirit. You're not molding spirit. Spirit is telling you, hey, what do you want? This is how you're going to get it. Let me help you. Law of attraction is on point for you in the near future, so make sure that you are attracting what you want. I'm getting a reference to the YouTube algorithm. So many of you know that I kind of like true crime documentaries and all that kind of stuff, and I know that's not the best vibration. It's an awful kind of frequency, and I did like a detox, right? I eliminated and unsubscribed from every single channel, everything that was remotely creepy or remotely kind of like, in that, realm of things. I did a full detox. And then I saw a video came up in which it was kind of like a review from movie producers that are very well known about the Jeffrey Dahmer series on Netflix. And it was kind of like that very professional technical review of it. And I clicked it and I watched it. It was great. But then immediately my algorithm started bringing all of that shit back. It took me a while to unsubscribe to everything and really make the decision to kind of like purge that out. It's kind of like a guilty pleasure for me. I find it fascinating on a psychological level, right? But it still, talks about really like, dark things. And even though it's fascinating to me, and I always wonder like the psychological / spiritual aspect of people who, commit crimes like this. And that's why I find it fascinating, but ultimately I feel like it doesn't serve me, so I detoxed. It took me a while. And then just one fucking click brought all of that shit back into my feed. And that's how YouTube works, right? You show YouTube what you're interested in by clicking on it, by liking it, by subscribing, and it starts showing you more and more and more of the same thing, right? Same goes for law of attraction. So that's what they're telling you here. Be mindful in the near future, okay? When you subscribe to negative thinking, when you tap into that belief that you're not enough, or that fear of the world is falling apart because I saw the news today, or whatever it is that you allow to come in will immediately, just like that algorithm did for me, start bringing back all sorts of similar frequencies. And you're becoming more powerful, Pisces. So they're saying here you don't really get to do that anymore. Like you can't afford to start attracting things that are not going to serve you, because your power is greater and greater as you move forward. So bye-bye to guilty pleasures for me, I guess. But you know what I mean, right? Like, you totally get what I'm saying. 3 of Wands, more fire energy. The only card that is not directly related to fire is the Magician. Yet that's a very fiery, creative, of course, energy. The magician takes the resources that he or she has and brings it into reality in the form of their manifestation. Spirit is telling you here, you know that something is coming. You know that there is a success, or a bunch of money, or an approval, or a manifestation, or a relationship. It's like you know that there's something coming. They're telling you here that certainty is correct. If you are starting something new and you just know that it's going to be super abundant, that certainty is correct. And they're just telling you here, you get to wait without anxiety. They're reminding you here that it is coming and it will arrive when it arrives. And you are correct to count on it, but it's not appropriate for you or helpful to you to be anxious as you wait. Eight of Cups. You're walking away, Pisces, right now from something. And that's a thing. Maybe you walked away from a fire sign. Maybe you walked away from someone who maybe you even thought was absolutely essential in your life. Maybe you thought without them you could not move on. You could not keep going. Keep on your journey. Keep walking. And throughout everything that has happened, you have tapped into your own power and realized that you don't need anyone. And you have continued to move forward. Now, this person doesn't seem to like that. Their ego doesn't seem to like it. You know, it's just their self-worth seems to be tested, I guess. It's like maybe they felt more powerful because you needed them, or they thought you needed them. And now that you don't, it's like, oh, maybe I'm not that special. Maybe I'm not that unique. Maybe I'm not that anything. Oh my goodness, what the fuck? It's like this deck is only made of fucking wand cards. Well, we did get the Eight of Cups. Emotions. But this one, the Eight of Wands in your environment, lets me know that things are going to start picking up, okay? Things are going to start moving faster and faster for you. And it goes both ways, is what I'm getting. It's going to start moving faster and faster in the sense that you're going to be manifesting what you desire faster and faster. But if you don't use that energy wisely, you can start manifesting, you know, a downward spiral faster and faster as well. Okay, so that's kind of like the little red flag that I'm seeing here, that Spirit is bringing to me and telling me, you know, it works both ways. It's like money, okay? It's like vitality. It's like food. It's like substances. Like, you can use... Money is neutral. You can use it for good or you can use it for bad, right? Food is neutral. You can use it to nourish your body or to destroy it. Substances are the same thing, usually, not all of them. But you know what I mean. And they're telling you here, this surge in power can be used to help you or to hurt you. And the only one using this is you. So you're going to have to be mindful of how that energy is going to be directed by you. And if you choose to use it for your manifestation of wealth, health, and goodness, you are going to take off so quickly. So quickly. Two of Swords. Hopes and fears. Let me get a clarifier for that one. And Knight of Swords. So now we're seeing a lot of air energy here. And the Devil at the bottom of the deck. So I get a sense, Pisces, that you're hoping to move so quickly towards a goal, to be completely focused, to achieve this thing, to just kill it, right? Like you may be wanting to just tackle a goal, and at the same time you may be like, well, that's not necessarily the best energy, because maybe, Pisces, you could potentially be disregarding other areas of your life that are important. You could be so focused on something that you start creating a lack of balance in other areas like romance, relationships, family connections, career and finances, the home. So it's kind of like, yes, focus a lot on that and like make it happen, because you have the energy and the fuel almost to get there. Spirit is going to be supporting you with that energy in your environment. But at the same time, there's a part of you that knows that you can't overdo it because it's not good for you or for anyone, really. So I do get a sense that there, with this Devil card in the bottom of the deck right now, the Devil... I'm getting the reference to fire as well. It's like, fire is neutral, energy is neutral, you can use it for good or you can use it for bad. Make sure that you're not shooting yourself in the foot, okay, by trying to do more, be more, achieve more, or whatever. Capricorn energy could be present here. You may be dealing with a Capricorn. I just heard they're doing good. So if you're worried about a Capricorn, they're doing good. King of Pentacles. That was weird. Okay, never mind. With the King of Pentacles, more grounded energy. I see you stabilizing yourself. It's like, what I'm getting is that right now, I don't know if it's because of the astrology or whatever it may be, you're going to get a boost of energy. Like a big, kind of like a sprint. And you're going to use it, make the most out of it, try to keep your balance as you use it. And that will achieve very fast results. And then that is going to bring a time of stability. So maybe some of you are working really hard to sell a specific property if you're in real estate, for example, or finish a specific project or do something very kind of like right now, now or never. And once that reward comes in, it's like, okay, now I get to relax for a full year, or now I get to chill or take it easy because of that effort that was concentrated in, in that moment. So I do see you more abundant. I see you more relaxed. But right now, there's so much fire. So much fire. For those of you wanting to manifest a pregnancy, important. Don't focus on everything that is tedious, fearful, sad, frustrating about the process. Because that's more of what you're going to attract. And normally that's the way it is, right? With the algorithm of life. But now more than ever. So be very mindful. Try to watch instead, positive videos about it. People who thought they couldn't and they did. And inspiration, motivation, things like that. All right, Pisces. So I'm going to pull one more message. It's going to be from the angel deck that I have right here. Angels, archangels of love and light, please bring in, please, the most relevant and important message for the Pisces watching. Ooh, chakra clearing. Archangel Metatron. Call upon me to clear and open your chakras using sacred geometric shapes. So chakra clearing in all shapes and forms, honestly, will be serving you and helping you today. Today and through this process. So make sure that your solar plexus and your root chakra are in a balanced state and not like an overdrive. And yeah, so Pisces, I invite you to check out the free class I posted here on the channel. It's ideal for those of you who want to be a power of good through social media. You want to spread the good, you want to be of service, you want to, improve and help the world, but you don't know how, or you have started, maybe you have social accounts, maybe you have a platform where you're not getting too much traffic, you don't really know what your message is exactly, you don't know exactly who you want to serve, and if it feels foggy, check that free class, okay? It will be in my channel, just, alongside the readings. You can check that out, okay? I love you guys so much, and I'll see you in the next reading. Bye.